Yes, I'm ready.
Darby, I just realized you're wearing 2 different color bands.
Almost always.
Nice.
Really? I've never noticed.
It's a choice.
It's a great choice.
Also, I don't have any. I only have 2 black ones. Everything else is a different color. So
I love it. Well, welcome to episode
Character choice
122, everyone.
informed by-
Please save Zlobs.
Please slave Zlobs. Speaking of Zlobs, the situation is not ideal.
I've been in worse.
You have been in worse. Still, though, this one's a tricky one. Best you can tell, there are somewhere between 8 and 10 Amos spots, which are familiar to you because you are aware of what they are. These things are just weaponized versions of the Amos spot that you know. In this giant room, they are closing in on you and firing down on you from the catwalks. You are currently pressed up against the particle accelerator and trying to figure out what to do. I would recommend making a read a bad situation check.
Oh yeah, this is a tactical analysis, so I'm going to really read, slow everything down and really get a hold of the situation. 13.
Perfect. So with read a bad situation, roll of 13, you can ask 3 questions from the read a bad situation list.
Fantastic. What's the best way out?
The best way out is via an emergency exit on the other side of the room. The reason why it's the best way out is you're pretty sure all of the other doors in here go through several layers of security and degaussing and stuff like that. But there is one, oh God, something bad's about to happen. Got to take that door exit, and you know where it is.
Mm-hmm. Great. It's the one that says exit on it.
It's the one that says exit, big letters.
Yeah, I'm a genius. What's the biggest threat?
Well, the biggest threat are the Amos spots. That part's obvious. But I want to be a little more specific since you asked. The lasers the Amos spots are firing are definitely enough to hurt you, but not enough to damage the equipment here. So what that means is you're not going to be taking...
wear the equipment. Got it.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of precisely engineered. These are... they're doing the semi-futuristic equivalent of hitting you with darts. It's really painful and debilitating, but the lasers are not enough to bore through the side of the particle accelerator. However, you are almost certain these lasers would damage the priceless painting.
Okay, and this is interesting. This is new on the list. How do I best wear the particle accelerator?
That's funny. I didn't notice that myself.
It's never need to come up.
But since you put it there,
we don't know who put it there. We don't want to get into semantics.
So here's what's going to happen. You start thinking okay, what do I do? How do I do this? I can pull some, your plan essentially is all right, let me just pull some chunks off the particle accelerator, shield myself with that and run. That's your plan that you're kind of formulating, and you think it's a good plan. But then something you are entirely unprepared for happens. A voice in your head that is not yours says, no.
Oh, no! No, not now! It's been so long. This is the time that comes in. Serpico, damn it.
Overload the particle accelerator.
Joey.
Destroy the building.
And I know it's Founder Bachman's building, right?
And that's why it's so tempting to do it. Yeah. So here's how it's going to work.
I realized something.
Yeah.
I accidentally copy-pasted by accident. It's how can I best blow up a particle accelerator?
I see. So, so the way this is going to work is because you read a bad situation.
I guess the actual one is what's the most vulnerable to me. So that's actually a legitimate question.
Okay, so if you want to ask an actual question, the most vulnerable thing in here would probably be the automated security system here. So you're looking around, and in the exact opposite direction of the emergency exit is, it looks like a hardened little bunker in the room, and you're almost certain that within that is like an autonomous security station. So if you make it to there, you could probably disable all of these Amos bots. So here's how this works. Because the devil on your shoulder, placed there by the governor of Massachusetts, because the devil on your shoulder has given you an idea. If you are working in the direction of that idea, specifically to blow this place sky high, you get a +1 to all your rolls. Doing anything else, -1 to all your rolls.
Great.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
I want to blow this particle accelerator building sky high.
Sounds great. Let's switch. Okay. The car team. Darby, Morgan, and Mindy. You are all in Zlobs' car, which is being driven by the AI that lives in it, Scope. Now, Scope is technically driving here, but out of curiosity, who is sitting in the driver's seat?
Mindy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Mindy is driving, sort of. Like, Mindy's like hands are on the steering wheel and just kind of letting the car like turn and stuff. You're driving up on a highway. Since it's Mindy, I want someone to do me a favor and roll for Mindy a 2d6 plus cool roll. By the way, it's at a -2 because it's Mindy.
I'll do it.
All right.
7.
Okay, partial success. So the car stays on the road. Like, Mindy at no point like panics and swerves. Like, Mindy's kind of letting Scope do its thing. Mindy is, however, talking to, you think, herself. Like, very low and in a voice that you don't really hear from her. It's almost like she's like reciting something from memory, and you're not exactly sure what that is. In fact, you're not even close to exactly sure. You have no idea what it is. But that's what Mindy is doing. And so, yeah, every so often, like, she's kind of like, she's sort of focused on the road, but she's kind of like move it, like the lanes kind of get a little wobbly. And then all of you hear sirens.
Oh, no.
What?
So, good news, no accidents. Bad news, sirens. One of you, whoever's feeling lucky, give me a 2d6 plus sharp.
I'll do it.
All right.
It is 8.
All right. They're from above.
Oh.
Like, they're not on the road. They're from above.
Helicopters?
You don't know. Yeah, Darby and Morgan, after Morgan says, like, it's above us, not behind us, you both look out the window and you definitely see, like, flashing lights, but above you. It could be a helicopter. It's definitely, like, red and blue flashing lights. But you don't know the size or the distance or anything like that.
Are they chasing us, or are they just going in the same direction we are?
Or are they a French enthusiast?
You think they're hovering above you.
I have an idea.
Like, keeping up with you.
What is it?
Okay, it seems like they might be following us. So, Mindy, do you want to... What if you take the car? Morgan, Mindy is a distraction and drive somewhere else. The two of us, we go out the back, and then we fly there on our own. But we're going to have to basically roll out of the car.
But I've rolled out of so many cars.
Yes, you're an expert.
Okay.
I would fly us out, but then they'll see us. We've got to hit the ground. We can't go out the top. We can't go out a window.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
I'll wrap you up
Right.
in my wings.
Oh, if you could, that'd be nice.
It's gonna be a little tricky because this vehicle is
also
big.
It's also an older car, so there's like kind of a hole in the back.
Yeah,
so you
like
can kind of just go through that.
you could kind of like kick out the bottom panel of the car and kind of slide out under the wheels.
Didn't Zlobs name it the broken panel?
I named it the panel. Yeah,
The
it's
panel.
called,
Okay.
Fang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sharp, and over speed bumps, like it digs out a little gouge.
And it's like a vampire. It doesn't like the sun because it's
Absolutely not. So all right, here's what we're gonna do. This is definitely an act under pressure roll. Darby, you can roll it. It was your idea. I'm gonna give you a -1 because you are being actively watched by some kind of law enforcement.
Okay. Oh. 6.
Oh.
Okay.
I can roll again.
Well, sure, we can do a lot of things. But I think once is
To be
enough.
totally honest, it was a 6 again.
That's what fate wants.
Yeah. So, you know, start to like kind of. It's like Mindy's like, okay, all right, I'm gonna pull over onto the shoulder, and you just kind of roll out, and Mindy pulls over to the shoulder, and you're like bouncing around on like the asphalt on the side of the road, and then you hear a tire pop.
Oh.
Oof.
And it's the back of the car, and the back of the car is now sagging, and you don't think there's enough room to get out. And at this point, Mindy just kind of hits the brakes.
Oh. Okay, well that just made it worse.
Yeah.
Although we're still gonna have to fly, I guess.
I'm going to yell at Zlobs later for poor tire health monitoring.
Use my car right.
Okay. So, the car is stopped. Oh, Darcy, do you want to see if maybe we can get a closer look at what these vehicles are?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Mindy, you pop Darby, you pop your head out the passenger side window. Let's say you're in the front. And you look up and the sky is now clear, and now whatever the siren is, like the loud and the red and the blue, is now right next to the car. Like it's filling the car with light. So whatever it is
soon.
Yeah, whatever it is not in the sky anymore. Whatever it is like right next to you. And then you hear a very little tap against Mindy's door. Morgan, because you're sitting behind Mindy in the back seat, you look out your window, and on the ground is a bird, a hawk, you think, wearing a helmet with a siren on it, and a little badge.
Oh, do whatever.
License and registration, please.
Yes, officer. Heathers, do you have Zlobs' license and registration?
We just need Scopes. Scope is
Yeah.
driving.
Oh, that's right.
Scope's
Officer.
credentials.
With all due respect, none of us in this car are driving the vehicle.
Huh. Okay, who's driving the vehicle?
AI.
He hops up onto the window.
Yes, officer. It's the AI known as Scope.
Okay.
Scope, say hi.
Crackling through the radio, like you hear kind of that like FM like noise, like and then yeah, hi, officer. And the state trooper, you could see on his badge tiny little writing. This law enforcement officer is apparently named Trooper Beak.
Oh.
Trooper Beak kind of looks and says, so there's a machine of some kind living in this car and driving it for you?
Nailed it. Yes, officer.
Scope, how old are you? And Scope kind of thinks about it for a second. I'm about 3.
Which is like 30 in car years.
Our years? Human
3
years.
Yeah, 3 in human years, 30 in car years.
Is there a license I can look at?
We're sort of on our way to get it.
Darcy, don't lie to the cop.
Well, I'm not. He has
Well, I
his
guess you're-
license on him.
I guess
I think I told the truth.
Right.
You're
Check
driving
the glove box.
Did I
somewhere.
lie? I'll check the glove compartment in front of me.
Zlobs, what's in the glove compartment?
Things just explode out. There's papers. There's a
Do I take-
pizza. in
Do I
there.
take harm?
You sure? You definitely get sticky.
Yeah. You're definitely sticky and gooey. Yeah, the next tough roll you make will be at a -1, just because you're covered in various whatnots.
Increase our stick by.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Your stick can increase by 1. But yeah, it's becoming very apparent that Trooper Beak is not buying what you're selling. But Darby, if you want, you can try to lie. Because essentially you're saying, oh yeah, no, we're going to get the license and all of that. So if you want to, I would let you roll, let's see, I would let you roll manipulate someone, 2d6 plus charm.
I don't really want to lie to Trooper Beak.
It's technically true. Zlobs
It is
has the
technically
driver's
true.
license.
Well, what if I just explain to Trooper Beak that actually, well, first of all, our rights matter, and I'd like to know what we were pulled over for. Because I don't think you could look in here and know that whether we have a license. Like that seems strange to me. So I'd just like to know.
I will let you roll 2d6 plus charm plus 1.
Okay.
Because you're not lying.
No.
You're just asking a fair question.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Please. 7 again.
That's pretty good.
7.
Or no, I rolled 6s before. It's a 7.
Okay, so that's a 7 with everything on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, you were weaving, and then from my vantage up there, I noticed that the license plate was rusted and hanging on by one bolt.
Blittle League. You know?
Blittle League.
Well, we're alums, but sometimes we still get called in for Blittle League business.
And is that what you're doing right now? Are you on Blittle League business?
Yes, we are.
That would be a lie. But give me 2d6 plus charm, and we'll see if it works.
9. Oh no, sorry, 8. I have -2. 8.
Okay. Okay.
It's better.
We're climbing up.
Okay.
gotta do a few more.
Officer,
Just a few more.
so Trooper Beak believes you, best you can tell. But on a partial success, you're on Little League business, but none of you have licenses. The car is being driven by an AI that doesn't have a license.
I'll be totally honest, I didn't know it didn't have a license.
Ignorance is no excuse for not following the law, man.
Well, Blittle League sometimes is an excuse for it, though. So
An acorn falls from a tree and Trooper Beak looks at it real quick and then goes and eats it.
oh,
And pops back up on the window.
do you like snacks?
Not on
It
duty,
seems like
ma'am.
you.
Oh,
Oh,
Darcy,
okay.
do not try to bribe the police
It's
officer.
not bribing. It's being hospitable.
Ugh.
I'm going to have to impound the car.
No, not Crest.
Can we just have a few moments with scope before you do that?
Sure.
Scope is also a USB, so you can take Scope with you.
Oh, that's true. Okay, Scope. Scope, do you want to come with us?
Is my other choice being in police impound?
Yes.
Then yes.
Okay. That sounds reasonable, officer.
Are you going to plug me into anything, or will I just be alone in the USB drive with my thoughts? My endless racing thoughts.
You're just going to be alone for a little bit, but we'll try to find something to put you in.
Yeah, we'll figure out a situation. At the very least, you'll see your owner soon, Zlobs. Sorry, your driver.
Yeah, I don't.
Friend.
He doesn't think of me as a friend?
No, he definitely does.
just-
That was a Morgan.
That was just me. I don't know
Wow.
what.
Morgan's
I don't
used
talk
to,
to
like,
AIs
pets.
very often. No.
No. Poor Scope.
Oh, Scope.
Scope, you
Monster.
did so good. And we're
Yeah.
really sorry. And we're not gonna let you down, okay?
Okay. You can
We're
unplug
gonna-
me.
Okay.
Oh, Ardosi, please don't cry. Stop.
This is all my friends.
Oh, Darcy,
I'm
we
sorry,
have a mission.
officer.
That's all right, man. Traffic stops can be stressful.
I put Scope in my pocket dimension.
So yeah, Scope now is surrounded by 2 levels of isolation, which is fine for him. And yeah, you and Darby get out of the car. As the driver, Mindy needs to stay. So yeah, sure enough, the 2 of you are allowed to leave. The car is impounded. Mindy is handling the paperwork. You have to give your names. It's a whole song and dance. But you are given the okay to leave. And yeah, now what I need is, let's see. I'm going to say this is 2d6 plus tough, because this is an endurance test of how quickly can you, carrying Morgan, fly to Middleton, Massachusetts.
While sticky.
While sticky, so it's a -1.
Well, hold on, sticky. It's better. It's easier because it's.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about.
Yeah, brass wings aren't meant to be sticky, though.
Okay, here we go. 8.
All right. You are going to get there by the time whatever happens, but not soon enough to assist Zlobs. So the 2 of you take off, and Mindy kind of waves as the 2 of you fly off, and yeah, Trooper Beak is now taking Mindy's information. You could tell just as you're like getting air under you that Mindy is like pondering doing something to Trooper Beak's mind, but then realizes it's probably very hard because Trooper Beak's mind is like this big. So yeah, you don't know what happened to Mindy. But anyway, the 2 of you fly off. Zlobs, you are in, of course, let me get the exact name. The Bachman Accelerator building.
Wow.
Yeah, so
how humble.
Indeed. So what do you want to do?
I want to blow up the BAB, the BAB, the Bachman Accelerator building.
All right. So the best way to overload it. Let's see here. I think you're going to need to make 2 rolls. One of them is going to need to be an investigate a mystery roll to kind of figure out the science of how to do it, and then you're going to need to make like 1 roll to actually do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Obviously, I have a suite of weapons on me, but we want to find the weak spots. We want to infiltrate. We're investigating a mystery, and that's a 9.
Okay, so yeah, that is enough to figure out that there is a rather serious looking power control station kind of in the middle of the room that's controlling a bunch of like dynamos and magnetic things.
A lot of goss.
Yeah. Everything's like heavily magnetized. Your face hurts.
Zlobs is all cut. He is bleeding. He's lacerated.
Your face and upper body are all like cut up. The fillings are out of your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you recall? I said there was only enough room when you kind of materialized in the particle accelerator for you to be carrying one thing. Do you remember what that thing was?
Yeah, that was the sled. The power sled.
Ah, yes. Okay. So you have that. It's broken. But you still have it. All right. So you're able to discern where this thing is, and you're pretty sure you know how it works. Mm-hmm. On the partial success, though.
Wait a second. So I rolled a 9, right? But I was listening to the devil on my shoulder, which gives me a +1 for the things it tells me to do.
That's very true. Okay, so on a full success on this, I'm going to give you not only I'll give you 3 options. So not only do you know where to go and what to do when you get there, but you can either A, avoid damage, B, grab the painting, or C, grab your grenades.
Oh, but the grenades are my art. Painting. I'm getting, and it's safe. It's painting safe.
Yes. All right. So you sprint across the room. The little Amos bots are just firing lasers. What's awful about them is they are tiny, 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 tiny. Mm-hmm. So these lasers are just kind of like arcing through the air at, you guessed it, the speed of light. And they're not much larger than they're not much wider than like the width of a pin. And they're just going through you. So like at one point you see just a bright flash of like a red line that exists essentially in one dimension, go right through your bicep.
It hurts. Yeah.
There are these needles that are kind of firing through you. Yeah. It's awful and unbelievably painful. Mm-hmm. You do take 1 harm, but you are able to grab the painting. So you have the painting in your hands. You kind of roll very coolly, grab the painting, roll under the accelerator. You kind of put it between you and the Amos bots on the catwalk, and then you start sprinting over to the power control station.
Yeah, and the reason why I took extra damage was I had a piece of the accelerator that is covering the painting, so the paint it's actually not hitting the painting.
Exactly. Yeah, you rip this this armored plate off of the particle accelerator. You kind of slap the Rembrandt against it and kind of hold it on your back or over your head, and you're just kind of running. And sure enough, you get to the control panel. Now, without your grenades, you think you're going to have to be a little clever about destroying this thing, because you could just kind of kick it and punch it and stuff, but you're pretty sure that'll just destroy it without actually blowing up the particle accelerator. So you're going to have to sort out how to do it now that you're here. So it's going to be 1 roll. It's going to be act under pressure. You're going to get a -1 because it's complicated, but you're going to get a +1 because the devil on your shoulder is telling you it's a great idea to blow up this giant building.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to follow some advice on this. I've been told in physics to assume a perfect sphere, and this is physics, so I'm going to not assume a perfect sphere.
Yeah, you're looking at it this is not a perfect sphere. Yeah.
10.
Okay, great news. You end up rather quickly, the Rembrandt is leaned against this thing. You are crouched down. You are looking. It's a bunch of computer monitors. You see things that are spheres with lines through them. You're not a sphere, and you're adjusting dials, and sphere-shaped things are now not sphere-shaped anymore. You release like the magnetic controls. There's particles flying at, half the speed of light down this tube. You are starting to like disengage all the safety protocols. And sure enough, you have you have set this building on an inexorable path towards exploding rather violently. So, let's switch. Darby and Morgan. The two of you are flying through the air. It's a rather nice night. You certainly can't fly any faster than you're flying. You have a few minutes. And so, yeah, we join the conversation already in progress in the sky.
Does it ever get tiring carrying me around, O'Darcy?
Physically, yes, but I like the challenge. And I kind of like when I have time up here with people. Sort of nice.
You called it your office hours once.
Oh.
Yeah. Office hours, to be totally honest, are more when I really need to... It's more about helping someone do better. I probably should have a different name for when it's just, like, friend time. Like, this isn't office hours. Although we do a business, so I guess... But, like, I don't have any, like, feedback for you or something.
Oh, good. Thanks for letting me know.
Well, I'm just trying... like, you're not, like, a Thaddeus Blatmasters, where it's like, okay, well, let's go to the office. Sit down. Yeah. But, you can't.
I try. To
Sit
not
down?
be Thaddeus Blatmasters.
Oh, yeah.
Are you?
I feel bad for Vespa, though.
Yeah, maybe...
I want to help Zlobs get her back into the school.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do. Are you happy that we're all coming together to find this painting, to find your friend?
I am. Thank you.
What are you going to say?
To Maeve?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to think about it too much, because I thought about it a lot when I couldn't sleep. And it was
You want to roleplay it?
I think that might be hard, because I think the first thing I need to do is give her a hug if she'll have it. And right now I'm flying with you.
That's valid.
I know she said... Paul told me that she forgave me, but I think I need to hear her say it. So I guess I need to apologize.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what you need to move on. Just seeing the other person and saying what you need to say.
This took so long. I was so scared, Morgan. I'm still scared. Most of our rescue missions have worked out, but...
Oh, Darcy?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as too late when it comes to doing right by your friends. So, if you've given it your all, then that's all that counts. Every time we've tried to rescue someone, we've given it your all. And this happens to be on an angelic level, on a different plane, but by gosh, we're still going for it,
We're gonna do it.
We are.
I'm giving it my all now. I wasn't. For a little while there.
You had your reasons.
I thought about doing it by myself.
Yeah?
Yeah, to be honest, sometimes I still do, but I don't want the rest of you to get hurt.
Is it too late?
I get that
Okay.
instinct.
For a team.
We're a team and we do things together.
Yeah.
Oh, Darcy?
Morgan?
You wouldn't have happened to store any snacks in the bag of holding, would you?
The what?
Your pocket dimension.
No, not right now, because Scope's in there. It's not very big. It hasn't really grown with me. Isn't that weird, actually?
Yeah. I was
There's
kind of hoping it would grow with you so we could have some snacks for the road.
Stuck to your wing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can check my pockets, though, if you can. Like my real pockets.
Morgan, 2d6 plus sharp.
That's a 6.
Oh.
You think there's a Zlagnut bar stuck to Darby's leg by, you think it's pine tar? That car is gross.
I'm not gonna validate this notion.
Ouch.
You know what? I'll be fine.
And so you fly through the sky hungry. Darby, Morgan, you think you are approaching, and it's always tough from up here. So like Morgan, like Darby's flying, you're taking out your phone, you're like doing a GPS. It's just kind of hard to navigate from the sky in a place you don't know. But yeah, you're pretty sure you are, kind of flying over like the campus surrounded by woods where this thing is, and you start to come in for a landing. Zlobs. You have the painting. It is shielded. The Amos bots are attacking. Mm-hmm. A countdown has begun. You see the sphere-shaped graphs all getting wonky. You see various bar graphs getting higher and higher. Things that are green are now turning red. The particle accelerator is shaking. You don't think it should be doing that. Alarms start going off. You hear sirens blaring the word evacuate in multiple languages. So here's what.
Oh, wait, no. Zlobs is like, okay, this is what I want. This is
exactly what you want.
Chill. He is cool as a cucumber. He found like a little thermos of like whatever old tea that someone left there, and he's just sipping it.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Now, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna need to roll an act under pressure roll. Mm-hmm. For the express purpose of getting your stuff. Because, like, there's a bunch of stuff kind of strewn about in here, like important things, like grenades, and you probably don't have your power armor helmets. But, if not, if you don't grab stuff, you will lose some stuff. So why don't you give me a 2d6 plus cool and tell me what you get.
An 8.
Ooh. Okay. All right. What is one thing from your equipment list that you are unable to grab as you escape?
Oof. I love all my things. I think I still have a glass jar with a foot that has an eye.
What?
That's been on there for so long.
I don't remember.
Yeah, all right, I'll allow it.
That is a legacy.
Why it's there, what you're doing with it is kind of lost to the histories here. Because you're kind of grabbing stuff, you're like throwing it into pockets, and then you see this giant glass jar with a foot in it and a blinking eye, and it's like, why do I have this? And sure enough,
I think it's
you're
from
like
Nana's laboratory in like an alternate timeline.
Yeah. So I've
had it for 115 episodes at least.
So sure
enough, is this going to cause timeline shenanigans?
Probably.
I mean, only if you're really screwing with physics here, like blowing up a particle accelerator. But anyway, you grab pretty much all the stuff. You're like, where in my hands can I grab a giant glass jar? And you're like, I can't.
Yeah, you know what? I grab it, I try holding it, and then I drop it, and it breaks open, and the foot gets out. It's never been out before. Oh no, it's out.
The foot has ideas. The foot wants to live. The foot takes off in a direction you don't really follow. But sure enough, you grab like your giant pile of stuff and the painting and book it through the emergency door, into like the brisk night air. Yeah, Zlobs, you are just, at this point, you are just covering ground. You are going as fast as you possibly can.
Which is pretty fast.
Which is pretty darn fast, even with all your stuff. Darby and Morgan, are you landing on the roof or in the parking lot?
On the roof.
On the roof. So you get close and you land. One of you should make a very important 2d6 plus sharp roll.
I can do it. My rolls are going to keep going up, right?
Sure.
8.
Okay. So yeah, let's kind of talk this all out. You land on the roof and you're like, okay, all right, there's got to be a hatch up here somewhere. And, you run up to it, and sure enough, there's like an air vent, and you pop that open. And the second you do, you start hearing, evacuate, 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 uncontained acceleration, evacuate, evacuate. Like, oh no! And you grab Morgan, and that's when the building explodes.
Oh.
Zlobs, you are hoofing it across the parking lot. And there's a giant explosion behind you. You feel the heat and the force.
I obviously jump at the last moment, and it's like as I'm jumping in slow motion, it's exploding.
You never turn around.
Of course.
You don't turn around and look. You just jump in slow motion. You hold the giant Rembrandt against you. You roll. You stand up, and you're like, wow. And at roughly that moment, a pile of your friends falls from the sky, landing in front of you. Darby and Morgan, you take 2 harm. And sure enough, all of you are standing there. Darby, he's got the painting.
Hi, Darby. Hi, Morgan.
I tackle Zlobs. And give him a big hug.
Ouch. 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 Ouch.
Oh, sorry.
Ouch. Ouch.
Sorry.
Ouch.
Thank you.
I have many micro holes in my muscles.
Did you blow up a particle accelerator?
Mm-hmm. Sure did. And a building that houses it. And a bunch of really angry robots.
Oh. We need to get out of here.
Yep.
All of your phones ring at once.
Uh-oh. Hello, Zlobs.
Morgan?
Darby.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a video call, so you all kind of take the phones away from your face and looking.
Zlobs doesn't realize that.
Yeah, no, you're just... Severus, I need to look at you.
Oh, yes?
This is Assistant Principal King.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The Somerville Magnet School seedlings are missing. As such,
we didn't do it. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. We did not do it.
I'm quite glad.
Zlobs is throwing like the camera like all around, and there's like fire in the background.
Yeah, like you are backlit by a giant burning $100 million building. Be that as it may, Mr. Zlobin, they are unable to satisfy their duties. It is the determination of the principal and myself to implement the emergency protocol, calling up all former traveling team members to active Blaseball service. You are to report to Pikesville, Maryland, searching for clues as to the disappearance of the team along the way. Until such time as they are found, you are Varsity.
See, we weren't lying. We're
Yeah, we're
unofficial
Little League business.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to think that they're gonna get airlift out of the Brewing Records. Like, hey, can you pick us up from from north of Boston? Please?
Yeah, the logistics of getting Mindy out of a holding cell and getting down to Maryland, we will save for next time.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the timer is still going on Darby's phone.
Yep.
Yeah. Cut to the 24 show noise. Dun 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 dun.
Epilogue.
Oh, this is probably gonna be nice.
Eleanor Clock, Kestrel Pierce, and Neela Nightmare are in a crypt. Eleanor Clock has a strange-looking device attached with a pair of headphones plugged into it. It's some homemade kit-bashed thing she made. So she's kind of moving it around and listening. Kestrel Pierce is kind of overseeing things, cross-referencing what Eleanor is doing with some kind of map. Neela Nightmare gets a text message.
No.
And she kind of looks at Kestrel real quick with a none of your concern face and goes outside into the dark night air of this strange place that they are. Her phone rings. Yes. No, I'm not near a TV. In Middleton?
Oh
It's gone?
no.
Kestrel said that no one on that team is going to die. We don't hear the voice over the phone, but we know it's louder now. Fine. Just a me and you thing then. Yeah. I think I could kill him. We'll end it right there.
What?
They hang up their phones. Well, that's fun. It was a nice little surprise. Get to
We
play
will
some
get on
baseball.
varsity.
Yeah. All right.
I
Well,
knew
let's
it.
go.
I'm gonna
Where
prove
is
myself.
Crest?
So, well,
Well,
And
So-
Mindy, where's Mindy? Where's Mindy and Crest?
okay, so, well, they're
There was a-
they're together.
yeah.
Oh, are they getting McDonald's or like Burger King? That
maybe.
sounds great.
Actually, Crest is right.
Scope is here.
Scope is yes.
Scope.
We brought
Where?
Scope. So if you actually have something we could plug him into, he might.
Yeah,
he might like that.
What do I have? I have I have this Tamagotchi. All right, let's
Here.
just plug it in.
Here. Hey, Scope.
Nice Scope.
It's raining in here. I think I need to wear a coat.